Hi everybody, so today I'm going to do a review of this ESV Bible. This one is the verse by verse reference Bible. It's in top grain leather. This one is black. There's a picture of it there on the box. This one was sent out for review. There is our ISBN number. It retails for $149.99. You can definitely pick it up less on christianbook.com, and then I will also put a link in the description box for Amazon. So these are some of the features of this Bible, which feature a 9-point type. The cross references are a 6.25. It's black letter, double column, verse by verse, which makes this one unique. It's got more than 80,000 cross references, concordance, book introductions, full color maps, a Smithsonian binding, and a lifetime guarantee. It does give a nice example of the font size. So this one was wrapped in cellophane, so if you went into a Christian bookstore and it was on the shelf, it's really nice that they put that on there, because then you'll be able to see that, see the actual width of the text, the font size, and know whether or not it's going to be readable for you. So I always appreciate it when publishers do that. Here's some information about the ESV Bible, and then a few things of what some of the Christian leaders are saying about it. Does come in a very nice clamshell box that flips open. So I do like the way that Crossway does their packaging. They have such awesome products, and it doesn't matter whether it's a $150 Bible like this one or the $8.99 giant print paperback that I just reviewed the other day. It's going to be a great Bible, period. All around the board, anything from Crossway is going to be quality. So one unique thing with Crossway is you're always going to get their pledge on this card. And so because of the quality materials and their expert craftsmanship, this is guaranteed to last for as long as you use it. So if you have any issues with any defect in its printing or failure in its binding during normal use, they're going to replace it with a Bible of equal or greater value. Most places you'd be lucky to get a replacement at all, let alone of equal value. Normally it's going to be less. So Crossway, we can tell that if they're going to give you a Bible that's greater value, you know that they believe in their product. So, because otherwise they would not put that warranty out there. So kudos to Crossway for making a great product and standing behind it. This Bible here measures out at 9 5/8 inches tall. It is 7 inches wide, and it is 1 1/4 inches thick. So lightweight and portable. It's not real big. I mean, to me that's not big, because I usually use big chunky Bibles. But we've got nice black and yellow head and tail bands. Got nicely done gold gilding. The corners are rounded nice and smooth. And one thing that you can kind of already see right there, this has like a semi-yap. So if they would have made this cover just a little bit bigger, this would drape over that so nicely, because already, and it's just came out of the box and the wrapping, you can see that that just wants to hug that text block. So if they came out with something with the full yap, that would be awesome. So it does have a nice grain, and the grain on this one, if you've seen like the calf split leathers that have this style grain, so this just reminds me of a tighter calf split leather grain, is exactly what that looks like to me. So those of you who have like a calf split Cambridge, this just looks like that grain but smaller. We do have a very nice tool line that goes all the way around the perimeter, and that just amazes me how that just wants to drape over that. It would be so neat to see a full yap from Crossway. So really nice tool line all the way around the perimeter. This cover is so soft, so flexible. I mean, I'm sure that this could be rolled up into a tortilla, but we're not making tortillas today because I don't do that to my Bibles. So you'll have to wait for someone else to roll theirs up, because that's just too nice to do that to. We have a really nice attractive spine. We have Holy Bible, the ESV insignia, English Standard Version, and the Crossway logo. And you can see we've got 4 really nicely done raised ribs. So they are pretty pronounced. So those do look really good. But this cover is so soft. I expected a stiff cover, and I don't know why I expected that, but that's what I kind of expected. And so when I took this out, I was just blown away by how soft this is. It's crazy soft. I just want to pet it. but I'll get in trouble with my dog if I do that. So we won't be Bible petting today. So this liner in here, I believe that it's a synthetic liner. It feels like leather, but I'm pretty sure just by the feel of it that it's synthetic, but I could be wrong. So the corners are nicely done, and you can see how that's curved upwards, going up right there, because that's kind of formed around that block. So that does tell us that Crossway would be very capable of coming out with a full Yap edition, which would be awesome. This one is tabbed into the block, so that liner is going to come up and be tabbed up into this block, and so that's what you're seeing, that line on there, down there. So that's going to take all the stress off of this right here, where if you had just a paste down liner, it's going to start to come apart here over time, where an edge-lined Bible, this one will last you a lifetime. We're going to have a few pages of blank cardstock in the front, and it is a shiny cardstock. It's not a matte finish. So if you take notes on those, make sure you use the right pens and let it dry before you touch it, because that could definitely smear. We're going to have a nice yet simple presentation page. Then we're going to get into our title pages. There is our information there as far as the production dates. And this one is the 2011 text edition. So we're going to have pretty typical table of contents, preface, explanation on the features, books of the Old and New Testament, books in alphabetical order. We're going to have a preface to the ESV. So if you get one and you've never read the ESV, definitely read that, because it's going to give you all of the textual basis for the way that they've done this translation. So it's definitely going to be helpful. So we've got our explanation of features page. So we're going to have the introductions to each book. We're going to have section headings. Tells us about their cross-reference system, the how to use the cross-reference system, and then the types of references in which they use. We're also going to have all of the textual footnotes. And then here's an example up here when they're talking about the way that they do the references. Then we're going to get right into the Old Testament. So we do have the book introduction, so it's going to be pretty short, but it is nice to have an introduction to every book, especially if you are new to the Bible. That can definitely be helpful. But the neatest thing on this edition and what this model was made for is the verse by verse. So we can see right along here, it is definitely a verse by verse format. It is double column. And then all of our cross references are going to be down on the bottom right. We're also going to have textual footnotes along the bottom. The font on this one, again, is the 9-point font. And right there, it doesn't look like it's line matched, and that's because we have some references on the other side. So if we get up here to the other sections, we can see there from the print on the other side of the page that this is in fact line matched, which really helps on the ghosting. So nice and readable font. I really like that it's verse by verse, because verse by verse anymore is really hard to find unless you get a King James. So I'm really glad that Crossway has this model out. We do have 2 ribbon markers. They are black. They are just a single satin. You might be able to kind of tell that on that side, and then there is our satin side. But they're placed nice. I do like the length of them. They're long enough, so. And I do like that it does in fact have 2. If I can get that back in there now. But yeah, the verse by verse is really nice, and if you like a floppy Bible, that right there is pretty floppy. So I was really surprised. I don't know why I expected something more stiff than this, but it's great how floppy it is and how soft. So then again, we've got our other ribbon. In the back, we are going to have just minimal helps back here, but we do have a concordance. It's 75 pages. It is a 3-column format. And the font, although it's quite a bit smaller, it is really readable still, if that'll focus for me. Then we do have some maps in the back. we're going to have 8 full color maps. They're on a cardstock. It's not super thick, but as you can see the way that the light is hitting that, it is a shiny cardstock. So if you're a person who likes to take notes on their maps, you can see right there the glare on it. So make sure you use the right pens and let it dry, because it's probably going to smear on you. So we can see down here, if the camera picks it up, you can see the stitching. So again, does have a nice Smithsonian binding. And we can see that we're in the maps, and this is laying flat. And this is right out of the box, hasn't been broken in at all. In the back, we're going to have, again, our ISBN number. Tells us again that it is the top grain leather. And I can't say how soft this is. I mean, if you felt that, I'm surprised. Got really nice Bible, super floppy, real flexible. I mean, you could roll it up, but again, I'm not going to. But very nicely done. I'm impressed with the softness of this one. So again, this has been the ESV verse by verse. This one is done by Crossway. I'll get you another shot of the ISBN number. So there is the ISBN number. Again, it retails for $149.99. You can definitely pick it up for less on christianbook.com, and then I will definitely put a link in the description box for Amazon. And if this Bible is something that's just way out of your price range, again, check out my video on basically Bible on a budget. So great giant print 12-point type line match Bible for $9. So definitely check that one out, and that one's also one done by Crossway. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.